My name is Nat, and these are squirrel skins. You know, I'm working now to see about becoming self-sufficient, things you can do. I have a farm now, it was my mother's that I've taken over, and I'll probably be raising vegetables, but I'll hunt too.
Many issues concern occupiers across the country. But the one that unites them all is outrage over corporate control of government and economy.
If my company makes millions and billions of dollars, I have the right to buy my government to suit my needs, and that's wrong. I don't care who you are.
Want what I want for myself, what I want for my brother. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like corporate, don't think about that. All they see is money. It's money, money, money to them.
So, because the most basic thing is that we're left out, the inequality of wealth, the inequality of power, inequality of education, of opportunity is the basic thing.
1% is running away with our country and we need to take it back.
There is not only anger, but action, proposals for a new type of society, one that really is created by and for the people. Since government and corporations serve the 1%, there is strong sentiment among the occupiers about more localized and self-reliant forms of social organization.
Change here in West Virginia, I guess we want the same thing that everybody wants. We want to move we want to shift power from corporations to local people.
The movement as a whole has a lot to do with building the new society. Because, I mean, generally, if we're not going to do it, who is?
The new society clothes, feeds, houses, and even governs itself.
I've been learning some self-sufficiency here. I have a lot of good ideas. I knit and crochet. I make a lot of my own stuff and trying to make more. In some cases, it was a way to avoid a lot of this mess with the economics turned down.
Maybe this movement can provide jobs. If we can be a self-sustaining movement, maybe we can provide our own jobs. Maybe we can provide our own help. I know that there's some talk of gray water systems and greenhouses and things like that to be built so we can provide food and water for people. And that's everyone. I mean, everybody's talking about different small things that we can do.
I think that this movement is giving an alternative to every existing form of government that's out there. You're seeing the practice of a form of government called consensus. All of these people are practicing legislating. If these governments don't cede power to the people, then the people will take it.
One problem, however, is one of scale. How far can small communities, run on goodwill and consensus, be scaled up? Can they collectively form a solution to global crises? In Kentucky, one of the poorest states in the nation, there is a campaign of larger scale, but designed to serve the local community. Occupy Lexington may be one of the first occupations to develop its own specific policy demand, the Invest in Kentucky campaign.
Invest in Kentucky is a campaign to call on the Treasurer of the state of Kentucky to move Kentucky's accounts, depending on the fiscal year, they're valued between $12 and $15 billion, into a financial institution that's headquartered in the state of Kentucky. They recently moved the accounts to JP Chase on June 1st. Just a terribly unethical institution that doesn't represent the values of Kentuckians or Americans or really anyone other than a large financial institution that will not hesitate if they have a chance to maximize their profits on the backs of the general public. So we are calling on the Treasurer to divest those $12 to $15 billion in state funds and put them back here in Kentucky where those idle funds can be lent out and credit becomes available in Kentucky and investment becomes possible. That's just good common sense.
As Occupy projects become larger, however, other concerns surface. How to ensure a bank that holds $12 billion, even if it is geographically closer to home, serves local community needs. Can the bank escape the imperatives of global capital or the need for regulation by federal government?
Litigated by the Supreme Court on multiple occasions.
But change has to start somewhere, at the state or city level, or even within the Occupy camps. The Occupies are themselves miniature new societies, where basic human needs are being met, including, and most importantly to some, the warmth of a caring and inclusive community.
We are the 99%!
And while a global economy cannot run on donations and volunteer labor, it is in these communities where dialogue about and experimentation with the structure of a new society is taking place.
It starts with the small fish before you get to the big fish. So if we can figure out things within our community, within our city, within our state, we can move forward with bigger movements within the country, within the world.
We'll point out corruption in the corporate government nexus. We'll hold signs and do that, but we'll also say the main thing we hope to accomplish here is building community, learning, meeting people, talking to people we wouldn't normally talk to, sharing resources, and just generally kind of trying to form a new society. I think to a lot of people this seems like the seeds of a new world.